In the ancient kingdom of Calvaria, truth was valued above gold, and wisdom passed down not only through books, but through symbols. One such symbol was the silent crown, a simple silver circlet forged by the first king and enchanted by an old seer. It had no jewels, no gleaming tips, no lavish shine. But its magic was potent. It whispered softly whenever the wearer spoke a lie. Generations of Calvarian rulers had worn it during court diplomacy and decision-making, a silent guardian of honesty. And now it was time for Prince Leor, the teenage heir, to receive it. King Maron, Leor's father, summoned him to the Hall of Truth. "Today," the wise old king said, placing the crown gently on his son's head, "you will wear not just a crown, but a mirror to your soul. It speaks only when truth is lost." Leor laughed. "A whispering crown? That's just a story." But the next day, during a friendly sparring match, when Leor claimed to have landed a hit he clearly missed, a faint whisper brushed his ear, like wind through tall grass. Startled, he looked around. No one else had noticed. Days passed, and the crown whispered again and again. When he told his tutor, he had read the assigned pages, though he hadn't whisper. When he assured a servant, he hadn't taken the last sweetbread, whisper. When he told his mother, he felt fine, while sulking inside, whisper. At first, he tried to ignore it, but the whispers grew louder, closer, no longer mere breezes but distinct words. "Not true. You know better. Speak honestly." They haunted his sleep. Conversations became heavy. He became quiet, not because he feared speaking, but because he feared hearing what the crown would say. He tried to remove it, but each time he found it still resting on his head the next morning, light as air, yet heavy with conscience. One morning, frustrated and weary, Leor burst into the king's chamber. "Father, this crown, it follows me. It watches me. Why must I wear it always?" King Maron, seated at his writing desk, looked up calmly. "Because truth does not pause when no one is watching, and neither should a leader's integrity." Leor's eyes welled. "But it's exhausting. Every time I speak half-truths, even small ones, it reminds me." The king rose, approached his son, and placed a firm hand on his shoulder. "Good. That means it's working," he continued. "The burden of a crown is not gold, Leor. It is trust. People will follow a leader they believe. If you learn to listen to that whisper now, one day, the kingdom will never have to question your voice." From that day forward, Leor changed. He confessed forgotten tasks. He admitted fears in his heart. He even owned up to pranks played on his sisters. And slowly, the crown grew quieter. Not because the magic faded, but because Leor no longer gave it reason to speak. Years later, when King Maron passed and Leor became king, the people noticed something remarkable. Their new ruler spoke with clarity and kindness, answered questions with honesty, even when truth was hard, and always kept his promises. And though he wore the silent crown at every gathering, it never whispered again. Moral of the story is that truth keeps the weight of leadership light. Even the quietest lies add up, but honesty, practiced daily, brings peace to the mind and respect from others.